Hello and welcome to Zee Commodity Capsule. Gold price are trading listless in a very tight range just below $4,500 an ounce on Friday as the commodity index readjustment and a firm dollar continues to keep a lid on the prices, at least in the near term, with investors positioning themselves ahead of US non-farm payrolls data, which is to be released on Friday later in the day. US gold futures is trading in green between $44.60 and $44.90 an ounce. We saw US dollar advance at the start of Asia trade as traders awaited the release of the latest US jobs report and braced for a US Supreme Court decision on President Donald Trump's use of emergency tariff powers. Having said so, annual Bloomberg Commodity Index rebalancing begins this week, and it's expected to maintain pressure on the precious metals market. Copper and nickel prices have managed to edge higher after having faced sharp declines in the previous trading session along with other base metals. Both the metals are poised to end the week on a higher note, and despite a recent sell-off as investors booked profits at higher levels, copper on LME edged towards $12,900 a ton, set for nearly 2.5% to 3% weekly gains. Similarly, Shanghai copper set a record of 1,05,500 yuan a ton, while London copper peaked at $13,390 a ton this week itself. Having said so, Glencore and Rio Tinto reopened the early merger talks that could potentially create the world's largest mining company. This follows Anglo-American and Teck Resources nearly finalized merger to make a copper heavyweight. LME nickel edged above $12,500 a ton, set to post nearly 3.5% to 4% weekly gains after marking its highest level since June 2024 at $18,800 a ton. Goldman Sachs, meanwhile, have raised their copper price forecast for the first half of 2026 to $12,750 a metric ton from recent $11,525 a ton as their previous estimate. Iron ore futures are hovering closer to its highest level since February 2025, holding above 810 yuans a ton, supported by solid demand and pre-holiday restocking by steel makers ahead of the Lunar New Year. Malaysian palm oil futures managed to extend gains for third trading session on Friday and was set for a weekly rise, supported by strength in rival edible oils on the Dalian and Chicago exchange, and Indonesia's plan to raise its palm oil export levy. Arabica coffee, meanwhile, on ice has retreated from its recent 3-week high on Thursday, but the market kept a close eye on political tensions between US and key suppliers after US military operation in Venezuela.